Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool creations to check out again this week. So all the creations that I'm showing are going to be shown in RE2 or Reforged Eden 2. One of the creations at least is also compatible with vanilla. And also a couple authors that put out new builds this week. I haven't seen put out builds in quite a while, so I'm happy to see that. It's really cool to see, and also some more new authors as well. So the very first creation here today is the RCS3 Skystride L310 by RoonChannel. And this looks like a really cool looking SV here. Quite fancy. I was looking at this cockpit area here. It's all with the glass. We have more glass around the interior space up on the ceiling. You can kind of see that there's some passenger seats in there and all kinds of stuff. A couple access doors on this side, as well as this is kind of asymmetrically done, at least with a doorway area over here. So on this side, you do have a boarding ramp, kind of backed up with a really cool LCD, and the other side is more of a glass window there. So that is a really cool feature as well. We got some glass in the front nose area here too. Looks very cool. As in the color scheme and everything in the detail levels, very high on detail levels, and the color scheme is also very cool. Let's see what the backside looks like here. Oh, I like that too. I like this block work around these lights here with that triangle shape that it creates with the texture light backing. That's really cool. There's a lot of texture lights on here. We'll have to take a look at this at night as well. Another feature that looks really cool too is you got these wing parts build of blocks over here that go out to this outer piece that kind of looks like it attaches and maybe even swivels outward. Or down and outward, which is very cool. Oh, check that out. We got a couple like bombs or missiles over here built out of blocks. That's also cool. So what I'm noticing is it doesn't have a lot of actual weaponry on here, so I'm thinking this is more of a starter type of build or a lower cost build, and then obviously you could swap out some of the decoration parts like the antennas and maybe even these really cool looking bombs here up built out of blocks with actual weaponry. Then it's also top mountable or dockable, so you could like pull up and dock on the top side of a hangar or something that was created for the build to do that, which is really cool option to have. Of course, it lands on the ground just fine too. A lot of landing gear there. It looks well supported. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 landing gear on the bottom side. Oh, that's very cool. And let's see. We got a radar system online. Let me see if that's a real one or not. That is not. Okay, it's a placeholder. Again, it kind of fits with that whole starter idea. We'll have to see what the resource costs are on this build. But it kind of looks like it's not going to be super expensive, considering I'm not seeing too many like real parts on here stock at least, which is totally fine. It allows you to get it into the game easier, and then you can add the guns and parts you want to it. Yeah, very cool looking build. I just want to check this out at night too. There's a lot of texture lights on here and things like that. I just wanted to get an idea what we're gonna be seeing in space here. Yeah, oh, that looks really cool. This block work on the back side, forming these texture light triangles. That looks really cool. Kind of looks a little bit like an exotic sports car or something like that on the backside. Nice look to it. Then you got the purple thruster colors with the yellow texture light accents in places, and then also the white and blue texture lights also on here. Yeah, very cool. All right, let's take a look on the inside here. Actually, I probably should have just. Oh, I was gonna like walk in the back. Nope, we board over here. Here, let me adjust the lighting. I should have just left it like that. Let's get to there. Looks like we're going to be lit up pretty well. Oh, this is interesting too. So we've got an upper hatch of the hull. Please watch your step. Yep, we've seen that from the outside, kind of flying over there. So you can walk through that. You can walk through this door frame here. I didn't realize that. I was kind of wondering if it was going to cause a collision problem there, but no, you can walk right through that. So this whole doorway system here does work, and it gets you right up to the top of the ship here. which again might play a part with the top mounting feature that this ship also has. That's really interesting. I didn't even know that could work. So we got a passenger seat right over there. We got O2 and an armor locker. We got a switch here. What else do we got going on in here? Cargo box there. Oh, check out this whole back room over here. Oh, look at the bed. We got a railing in there. Got the pillow. Storage controller back over there. Constructor. A couple fridges. Another controller. More passenger seats. We got our system map. Yeah, listing some system names out there. See Omicron in there. Very cool. And some information and specs. Looks like we already know what our harvest and ammo sizes are in here. And this is the, let's see, light version. Okay, so yeah, I believe I do have like a starter version of this ship. It sounds kind of like there's another version of it that would probably be more outfitted with, and more expensive, of course, with the a lot of the guns and stuff that was intended for it. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I didn't even notice the glass going in between this room and the other room right behind it. That's really cool. And the seat made out of blocks and a couple real seats, a really cool looking table over there. And then you got that nice front view on the front glass. Then beyond that, you go right up to the dual passenger or dual seat cockpit. Well, your pilot and co-pilot. Got a lot of LCD graphics up here. System status. I'm kind of wondering if some of these are adjustable here. Hold on. So we got the thrusters on right now. I just want to see if I turn off the thrusters here. Okay, I was wondering if if the LCD was going to update or not. I didn't think it would have the room to put in that many LCDs to. It's hard to fit the LCDs, the physical LCDs, to have all these animated options on there, or basically on-off options. That would be a whole lot of LCDs that I don't think you could fit anywhere. But yeah, that looks really, really cool. I like this part here by the passenger seat too. Here, let me get my light on. Yeah, that's cool. It's just like this other thing that's kind of built in there. That is, oh, it's Escape Apollo. See event record PDA. Oh, very cool. I like all the details going on in here. And you've got the glass ceiling there. Yeah, very cool. Well lit on the interior. Very nice. Really curious what this costs now. Now, let me get the lights back on here a second. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 15, size class 2, 70 forward, 17 strafing, 70 lift, 23 reverse, and 19 down. Running 8 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. Does have a detector installed. And check this out, 1 hour and 9-minute build time. So, yeah, very light on the resources here. So it does need some bridges, so it's not a core 1. It's going to be above a core 1, but not by that much. A little bit of Neo, Zacosium, whatnot, but not too much on that either. Let's see, CPU-wise. Oh, yeah, 11,000 CPU using 10,870. That's going to translate to a core 3. So we got basically 2 improved cores plus our main core on the build here. We do have a shield stock, 5279 on shield strength. One last thing I wanted to see. I don't think it has a warp drive, but I just wanted to double check that. Oh, it does. Where is it putting that at? Okay, so it also warps, so shield and warp on here. I didn't expect the warp drive. Hold on, I just want to find that. Is that like down under here somewhere? Or is it out in one of the wings? Where did the author put that giant warp drive? I don't know. It's a secret. Is it up here? It is up here. There it is. Oh, I didn't even think about like up there. Yeah, there is room for a warp drive in there. Oh, that's pretty slick. I by walking through the interior, I'm like, there's no place on here for a warp drive. So I just kind of assumed it didn't have one, but I am very mistaken. We got some spotlights behind the glass here too. Oh yeah, so that actually is like a functional piece there too. Like so you can see the light through the glass, kind of like your headlight covers on a car. Oh, that's cool. All right, so storage. I think we already seen an LCD that kind of told us this information already, but let's take a look here. So we got an ammo controller at 3,500, harvest controller at 5,250. I think that's what the LCD said. A couple cargo boxes. 250 each, 2 fridges, and our Pentaxid tank. So yeah, very, very cool build. I especially like the options that it's also top mountable. And this is a pretty wild door setup there. I just didn't think that would work, but it does work. Works totally cool. Yeah, great looking build here. So again, this is the RCS3 Skystride L310 by RoonChannel. Very, very cool build. And I do believe there's going to be another version of this out on the workshop, probably with more expensive, with more of the like real parts on it and things like that. Where this one's using a lot of placeholders, even for like the radar and whatnot. It does have a detector though, so I mean it's still good to go. Detector, shield, and warp drive stock. But yeah, other than that, it does not come. This version does not come with any actual weapons on it, but places to put them for sure. All right, so the next build here. This is by an author I haven't seen build for a while now. Really glad to see the author swinging back in here with a new creation. So this is the PSS Paragon Prestige by Crazy Z. And yeah, this looks really cool. Looks like we got another SV here. Kind of just by general looks of it, I would say it's more of a transport type of SV. Love the shape and body style here. Looks very slick. Like it kind of looks like it could be a little bit like a hover vessel, but I don't believe this is a hover vessel at all. We got all our big lift thrusters down over there. Oh, I like this the block work over here with the you notice like the orange thruster parts underneath the black area over the white. That looks really cool. Then we got a gray color gradient going over the doors here. Nice looking LCD here on the sides. Looks like we got a top entrance right over there. Spotlight on the front. Oh yeah, and this is actually more of like almost like a cream color. That looks really elegant. Didn't really notice that, but yeah, it's more of a yellow tone. I almost want to adjust the lighting in the game here. I wasn't sure if I was seeing shadows or I guess I can't really adjust the lighting much more than that, but you know, we can definitely see the difference between the this tone and the whites and grays in the mix here. So moving on to the back side, kind of looks like we're dealing with an exotic sports car here with a big old downforce wing on it. Couple looks like it's going to be fairly beefy with its thrusters as well. It's using good sized thrusters on here throughout for the strafing, for the lift, for the actually a lot of lift thrusters. Got 4 of those. So this might be more of a cargo utility type of vessel. It does have a turret on the top as well for drone defense and things like that. But yeah, very cool shape and design on this one. I do like the red texture lights on the back of the wing, kind of like your taillights on a car, sort of as well. Exotic spaceship cars here. Oh, that's cool. Does look fast. Does look fast and aerodynamic. That's cool. Get a top-down view on there. Very nice. All right. Well, let's get aboard here a second. Let me adjust the lights. Oh yeah, look at the flashes going on in here too. That is kind of a trademark from this author. A lot of builds that the author did have like running lights and things like that. I wouldn't doubt there's some P menu options or switches or something to control those as well. Now look at the triple ramp coming out here. So we only have an entryway on this side, so it's going to be asymmetrically done here on the interior. And this really lights up on the inside. Wow. You can definitely see where you're going. I like this, the coloring again. The everything's kind of hidden away in here as well. Let's see what's behind some of these doors there. It looks like we got an upgrade slot for a lot of things would fit there, actually. It could be shield parts, generators, all kinds of things there. And over here, there might be a whole upgrade chart list here going on, too. Because it certainly looks like they're all places to put things that are not installed at the moment. So, yeah. Definitely fit the shield parts and all that. Wow, we got things all over the place here. So coming up into the pilot seat, you got a storage controller down over there. And look at this kind of carpeted area here. We got our collision lights are active. Ventilator there, passenger seat on the side. Got more cubby holes for things. It looks like our CPU core is right there, or at least one of them. Places probably for more CPU cores over here. Got the wood grain floor with the red in the other area here. And this is actually kind of more of a light blue tone on like the two-toned carpet in here. Let's take a look at that ceiling. That looks really cool too. Oh, I like those texture lights embedded in there, and then it's using the new light flick fixtures in there as well. And then our way in and out from the top. On the back over here, looks like we've got a lot of space. Oh, wow. So we've got a warp drive location over here, too. Again, this one, like the last creation, I believe is set up to be more of a starter. So we got a location for a shield down over here, and then our warp drive. And you can actually walk back in here, too. Oh, that's cool. We got 3 generators sitting back over here. Might be able to swap those out with the advanced 1x3 generators in their same location. Even put 2 of those in, filling up the same block location. And then, of course, you know, the shield would fit in here. Actually, you got an extra row right here, too, to put in another generator or advanced generator for an SV. Or possibly even a fusion reactor might fit there. Yeah, a lot of upgrade potential here. I like, again, I like the facing, how everything's kind of tucked in there. Here's another CPU core there. Or was that the same one we looked at before? Nope, that was right there. I like the shadowing up here too. Just kind of looking at that trim going around the top, and then you see this light fixture, and just the way you get your shadows off from that. That looks really, really cool. Yeah, that's a neat looking color combination there. For more of an elegant look. And again, the author typically builds more luxury type of creations. So this is very fitting with that. So I'm going to guess that this is for moving cargo around. And, you know, maybe a VIP passenger or something like that too. But yeah, very, very cool looking build here. Let's take a look at some numbers in the P menu options and all that fun stuff here. So unlock level 15, size class 1, 73 forward, 73 strafing, 146 lift, 70 reverse, 50 down. Looking at the secondary numbers here too with the roll, yaw, and pitch. Very high numbers on that too. So quite a agile creation here. A lot of thrust power, a lot of lift power to it as well. Got 2 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Does have a detector, light Gatling turret we've seen on the top. 53-minute, 33-second build time. Doesn't need much of anything here. A little bit of your Zacosium and whatnot. Plasma converters. So it's actually... some of the thrusters on here may be plasma. Yeah, from that part usage there. CPU-wise, pretty low on that. Again, this is going to be a Core 3, I believe. Yeah, so this would go to 10.5. The last creation I looked at was... at 11,000. This one's at 10.5. So maybe a little... It's a Core 3, but a different variation of a Core 3, I'm thinking. Let's see what the CPU configuration looks like in here. So it is a Core 3, but yeah, 1 basic and 1 improved this time, where the other one had 2 improves and no basics. So very, very similar on its core specs. Hopping in here, it does not look like we have a shield on here stock. Obviously, there was a part location that we've seen in the back room for that, as well as for the warp drive. We do have several P menu options for our collision lights. The logo exterior lights are drone hatch, and then we got spotlights on the front as well. Taking a look at the storage. Curious on this one here. So we got an ammo controller at 3258. Yeah, here's the bigger one here. A 40K storage controller. So again, I do believe it's mostly about moving cargo around via SV. And 40K, that is a big storage controller for an SV. That means that a good number of the blocks on this build are actually cargo extensions. And I won't doubt that if we whiz around here and look. Yeah, see container extensions. Yeah. So definitely a very fancy, roomy, well lit up like transport SV. Very, very cool. Also nice to see the author doing some new builds here and whatnot too. Definitely cool to see. So again, this is the PSS Paragon Prestige by Crazy Z. Very, very cool build. All right, let me adjust the lights. So I guess they're already adjusted. All right. Yeah, power you off a second. And on to the next build here. So let me get this powered up. Now, this one here, there's, I've seen at least 3 different variations up on the workshop of it. I'm not sure exactly which one in the set I grabbed. But this is the Arctech CVLT Pegasus E by Artemis Bright. And yeah, this is a CV. It kind of looks like an SV in a lot of ways. Like I could envision this scaled into SV blocks, or and I think it would fit there fine too. But this is actually a CV, and just by the looks of it, not having too many big thrusters or guns on it, I would say this is more of a starter type of CV, or at least this version. Again, there's at least 3 different versions of this. I don't know which one I've got in the cost range, but I would say this would be a lighter cost version of the build here. Again, I'm seeing smaller thrusters and not a whole lot of expensive CPU parts, at least on the exterior here. But yeah, really cool design. I like how this whole cockpit area kind of fits in there. Again, it almost looks like an SV cockpit, but it's actual, glass parts, and kind of building that out like that. A couple defense turrets on the top there. Like a couple cannon turrets, I think. Got a reverse thrusters here. Cool looking, like these are like big bomb launcher areas or whatnot. I believe you could swap out these blocks for some actual guns and plop them in there. The other versions probably have some of those guns installed too. Again, I think I'm looking at probably the one of the cheaper versions of the ship, so you can get in game quickly with. We'll find out though once we look at the specs. But yeah, really cool looking shape and everything like that. I like how the craft is set up where you got kind of your wings up here. Then there's like this hind set of wings. Cool looking like orange thin blocks over there, kind of making a nice looking design pattern. I like how this the block shaping here is coming together too on the front there. Very, very angly, kind of directly behind here. It's also using some pretty interesting curve blocks in the build here too, over on the back and on these front areas there. Definitely embracing a lot of the curvy blocks, as well as your rigid or more angular blocks too. So it's kind of doing it all there. Really cool looking on the backside as well. So we obviously got a way into the ship here, but it's kind of admiring some of these like orange cut-ins over here that give it some extra detail and like kind of extra graphics on there, I guess you could say, part of the paint job. And a big row of LCD, or not LCD, texture lights right there. And on the bottom here, the blue tint. Yeah, very cool shaping and things like that. We also have a lower turret for some defense. We got some interesting, yeah, some of these deco light fixtures on the bottom there too. That looks pretty cool. I definitely like it. It looks like we have a detector installed right over here. That's a cool setup with the 2 antennas that kind of slope down this way with that part in the middle. Looks like I don't know. It just looks cool. It's a nice looking way to display some of those deco pieces there. And also up on like these tail fins over here, using these parts here, it's also have kind of matching like texture lights built into them that kind of go with the texture light colors over here as well, and on the back there. Yeah, very cool. Again, this part looks really neat. Just it's I like how it's painted a different color in the back, and we got other like some of that orangish red texture or color highlights throughout the build here as well. Yeah, very cool. All right, let me get out of God mode here a second, and let's adjust the lights. And the thing is still almost looks like an SV to me, but it's CV, so it is a larger build here. I'll check that out. So yeah, we get into a hangar right in the back here. Well, I like the use of that texture there. That's these are actually container extensions based on that texture, but that is a very detailed texture if you could get it with the right color and get it in the right area like this. But yeah, I'd say you can see a lot of these textures in here are actually container extension textures, but it's looking really good, really technical and things like that, and detailed using those textures back here. And then we got this cool inlet in the floor. It actually looks like we're seeing down to the landing pad below there. So glass floor going down the center. Got a generator on either side over here. And some extra block areas on the side over here too. So looks like you could add some extra parts, whether they be small shield parts or cargo boxes or all kinds of stuff. Just saying you got a little extra room there for stuff. Then we'll also have our weapon locker and armor locker in here, storage controller on that side. The other side's a little bit different there. And a cool looking, like, yeah, unicorn, well, more of a Pegasus LCD up there. Actually, probably be oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll just keep on moving on. I was going to say something witty, and then my wit just went out the other part of my brain, and it's all lost. So we're coming into here and instantly into a pretty snazzy looking medical bay. Even got a fridge in here, all our specialized equipment, storage controller down over there, our main med bay right there, and then there's another door here that's kind of reversed. Interesting. Oh, you can walk through that too. I wasn't sure if that was going to cause issues, but it's not. You can walk up over that. Interesting. So then we're walking this way, and this is for, it looks like a deconstructor. Sorry about that. Our shield right over here. And I'd say PU, probably, oh wait, no, CPU. PU. Sorry about that too. Oh, I blew my mind today. I don't know what's up. But yeah, so we got a location for a shield. I believe it would be the compact shield, but I'm not so sure about that actually. This could fit the compact shield or the full size shield in here. That is a 3x3x3 area built for that. Really interesting. Yeah, it's not a real big ship, but it's got a lot of stuff going on in here. Somehow. Wait a minute. So, yeah. We got a shield, CPU location. Not sure how to get to the cockpit. Yeah, hold on. I must be missing something back here. Is there an elevator or something that I am not seeing? Maybe there's another way from the hangar. I don't know how I'm getting lost here. Oh! Straightforward. Right through the glass area. Yeah, now we're up into the front part of the ship. Oh, actually, this is better access to that shield room here, too. So that's cool. There's actually glass right here. What's something going on with the floor there? Oh, oh, yeah. Get the blockwork on the floor here. That's wild. Kind of separates that part from the other part there. Very interesting. Got a lot of part upgrade locations in here. Wow, okay, location for the warp tribe as well. Oh, it's doing the same kind of thing with the floor in here. Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of like, yeah, extra fancy look in there. Kind of using some different angles to create a pretty interesting looking floor rather than just having a boring flat floor there. Since you're not walking in the area anyway, that works out. Look at the angles just coming up around the sides of the room over here too. Like the wall angles are very, very unusual. That's cool. Everything's like angled, even the floor there. And this, yeah, I think we this area here just got us into a lot of part upgrade locations here. Wow, a lot of upgradation part upgrade locations in here. All right. And here's our elevator that I walked through here. So this is going to get us up to the bridge. And, oh, look at that. We got a crew room over here. Got O2, got a fridge, food processor. Bathroom over in the side over here. It's amazing that all this fits in the ship. A lot of different areas. Then we're up into the bridge area here. We've got a co-pilot seat in the back area. Yeah, it's got its own ventilation in this area. That's very cool. Yeah, again, really set up for a lot of part upgrades. Again, there's at least 3 different versions of the ship out there. And this one, by not seeing like any of the real parts in here, it's probably the lightest, cheapest version of them. And I believe the other versions would come with more higher end parts, and of course be more expensive. So there are trade-offs there. But yeah, very, very cool ship. Again, a lot going on in the interior for not being very big. I mean, it's mostly about part upgrades. But you know, I was surprised to even see like a crew room and things like that in there. A place for, I believe, a deconstructor or constructor as well. So let's look at some numbers here. So unlock level 12. Wow, really low unlock level here. Complexity or size class 2, 21 forward, 5 strafing, 14 lift, 9 reverse, 9 down, 8 fuel tanks, 3 oxygen tanks, 2 light cannon turrets. So yeah, we have some drone defense on here. 3 sentry guns, actually 5 sentry guns, and it does have a detector on board. 1 hour and 55-minute build time. Really not needing much of anything. A little Neo in the mix there, a little bit of aluminum powder, but yeah, this is really super inexpensive, especially for a CV. Not needing Zacosium and whatnot for the build is very, very cool there. So yeah, really easy to get in, and that number there for a CV of any type is really low, especially with a place with a hangar and a lot of part upgrade locations and things like that. So take a look at the CPU. It's got, yeah, about 45,000 left over CPU. It's a Core 1, which provides 200,000 CPU, or at least it always did before. I think it still does. We can verify that over here. And it looks like this is all sorted differently, too. I almost don't want to mess it up. But yeah, I know this is a Core 1. Or basically it has no extra CPU blocks beyond its main core, essentially speaking. Doesn't look like we have a shield stock, which that makes sense. You got the CPU to actually add a shield though, right off the gates. So you could pop in a shield, right? Not even think about it. I believe. Taking a look at its storage. All right. Oh wow. So this is all nicely labeled here. So we have a constructor storage area at 352K. Ammo controller at 192K. And let's see, a deconstructor at 104K. I think these are going to be boxes here with the armor. And then we got a harvest controller at 118K. So yeah, kind of a lot of storage in here really, too. So again, yeah, we did see quite a few of the cargo extension textures in the hangar area and whatnot. So yeah, good amount of storage, drone defense, place to park something, place to a lot of part upgrades that you can add in, including a full-size shield And I believe, yeah, we had a place for a warp drive too. Pretty sure. Yeah, warp drive right in this very angular room here, which is really cool. Yeah, very cool build here. Again, this is the Arctech CVLT Pegasus E by Artemis Bright. And by the way, that's a Pegasus. I just thought I'd say that. I was going to call it a unicorn, and I got all tripped up earlier, and I was like, that's not a unicorn, that's a Pegasus. It has to go with the name of the ship. Duh. All right. Anyway, very cool build here. So moving on to the next build here. This one is a modification of a ship also by the author Crazy Z. This is the Multi-Lifter 700 Null, or Null, by Manawee. So this is, I believe, a Reforged Eden 2 conversion of one of Crazy Z's older builds here, which is the Multi-Lifter 700. So kind of set up for, I believe, RE2. We'll take a look at the numbers here in a second. But yeah, definitely looks cool. It's even got the original logo on it. The checkered stripe. The cockpit. So this is kind of like a an older version of the newer build that we looked at. This one over here. Or similar in a lot of ways. I believe they have similar functionality, as in being like a storage, multi-lifter, I guess you could say, type of build. This one's got looks like a 2 passenger seats and a pilot seat in the front there. And I do like, I don't think I've ever leave the actual carbon fiber texture stock. But this one is, and it looks really cool the way it's set up here. That texture is actually pretty cool. I always feel obligated to paint it, but no, that's kind of neat, especially when you have like this bright white next to it and things like that. Again, it kind of got that sports car look, exotic sports car look. A lot of those like to advertise their carbon fiber as well, which is really cool. So on the back here, we've got it's like our way in. It's using this one's using fairly small thrusters on here stock. You have a but it kind of looks like you can upgrade a lot of these as well. And I believe the original build was kind of set up like that as well. So you or maybe not. I'm not sure right now. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't exactly quote you. But it certainly looks like you could add in a larger thruster or lift in that location. And definitely looks like it's meant to do the same in the for your forward thrust, and potentially over here as well. Maybe that looks kind of neat though. Again, I like the use of that actual carbon texture in here, and it kind of blends in with the other dark gray textures here on the side. You got a spotlight up front. Looks like a couple locations to add some launchers, if you wanted to do that sort of thing with it. And again, that asymmetrically placed like checker flag kind of thing on going down one side is a really cool look. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the thrusters on this one are definitely meant to upgrade. You can see the same thing going on here with your down thrust. I do believe. I don't know. That's a cool looking shape there, kind of cut out for those. I like the black backing underneath the like the white hull there too. Very cool. All right, let's take a look on the inside here. Just the lights and stuff here. I'll go a little bit darker. See how this is going to come out. Yeah, quite bright in there. Oh yeah, very nice, very clean. Got our carpeted floor in the center here. Our two-tone wall colors. Again, cool color combinations here. And that's a pretty interesting color shade right there as well. It's like, what exactly is that? It's kind of like a brownish purple? I don't know. But that's a really cool shade. It's just something you don't see every day. And all our fancy doors here covering up all these part upgrade locations and things like that. So back over here, looks like we got a fuel tank and a generator. And obvious room to add more parts. And same thing going on this side over here. Quite a bit of areas here to add in stuff. And also on the other side here, this is a larger room. It looks like a place for a warp drive. I actually would think you would probably get rid of those blocks in the middle there, and then the warp drive would place right in there. Place for a generator in the back. See where the detector is up over there, and it kind of looks like we've got more room down in this area here too. Got a fridge there, O2 there. We got our O2 dispenser in that location, storage controller there, and over here. Yeah, so everything's just nice and clean on the interior, but again, a lot of places to add in parts. Some of these are probably extra room for the thruster upgrades. I think that's what's going on in the front corner over there, and probably another area that we can't really see from inside over. Yeah, you can kind of see it through there too. So definitely you'd remove some of those blocks to pop in the larger thrusters. Then coming up into the cockpit area, we got an armor locker right on the front on that side. Curvy wall over here with different color. We got kind of a dark, light gray, dark gray kind of thing going on, or almost white, and then more of a medium gray actually. Cool looking texture lights on the floor by the carpet. Nice looking front area there. A lot of visibility for the pilot and co-pilots over here. And I think these are going to be some heads up sensors or LCDs going on in here. Take a look at the P menu while we're right here right now. Turn on a couple things. I bet you we get, yeah, look at that. We got more things showing up in here. We got our drone hatches open, exterior lights active, constructors active, spotlights are active. So that's how that would look sitting in the pilot seat. Very cool, kind of like a HUD in front of your face there. Definitely like that. Our main core is right over here. Wi-Fi. It kind of looks a little bit like a server rack. It's got a piece of glass over the front there. That's cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Now, obviously, this is a kind of a modification of the earlier build here. So, just kind of curious on its specs at this point here. Looks great, though. Looks great. So, to start with here, unlock level 10. Wow, really low unlock level on this one. Size class 1, 51 forward, 25 strafing, 127 lift. Wow, I didn't expect that. It didn't have super big thrusters on it. That's pretty good lift. 25 reverse, 51 down. Secondary numbers, again, pretty up there. 4 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Does have a detector. 43-minute, 48-second build time. And doesn't require anything special whatsoever. So, yeah, very low-cost build here. Yeah, both in production time and your resources needed for this. So I believe it's a pretty lightweight build. That's probably why we're getting a really good thruster performance out of here. Probably mostly carbon, I would bet, for the haul. CPU-wise, set at 6,000, using 4851 of that. That's going to translate, I'm pretty sure, to a Core 1 only. And I'll sort that just to make sure. But yeah, Core 1, very low. That's why it's so inexpensive as well. If it had even a basic CPU core in there, you'd have more requirements for its part costs or resource costs on it. So in here, it does not look like we have a shield stock. It's got some P menu options here for drills. I was looking at turrets. Quite a few things over on the side. We got our collision lights. Got to have, oh yeah, there's the blinky flashy lights. Got to have those on there. Otherwise, people might accidentally run into you. Oh, it's a really cool look. And it feels realistic, too. You know, like an emergency vehicle or something like that going around with the flashers. Very, very cool. All right, so storage. Well, looking at the wrong build here. Let's look at this one. So, we got an ammo bay, actually, at 6740. And a storage controller at a little over 20K. That's, again, pretty big storage controller for an SV. And, oh, and Harvest Bay on here, too, at almost 28K. on that. So a lot of storage in here, and then it's got the power and lift to actually move that. I was kind of surprised at the lift thrust on here. So it didn't look like it was be super powerful, but it's working. It's working. It's providing a lot of stock lift, but again, a lot of upgrade slots to really jazz up the thrust more if you want it to be that much faster than what it already is. And of course, we have a quick way in from the top side there too. And I think I hit one of those switches, open that up there. Spotlight on the front there. Yeah. So again, very very cool retrofit of this build, or switching over to Reforging in 2. Numbers all check out great. Super inexpensive for what it is, which is really really cool. So again, this is the Multi-Lifter 700 Null by Manny Wee, and the original creation was by Crazy Easy. It also says that in the on the workshop. So definitely, yeah, very very cool build there. Let me power this one off. Let's get to the next build here. Oh, this one's already on. So this here is the Scarab Starter RE2 by All Names Used. And yeah, very very cool looking. Looks like a low cost, more of a starter type of SV. Of course, the name has that in there as well. But really cool looking block work on here. I like the aerodynamic look to it, but you also have some weapon mount locations over here, and launcher mount spots there. Looks like you could, if you wanted to, you could pop in a spotlight on the front there too. Looks like it would kind of fit with that. Like these, how these kind of wings sort of come out there. You got your reverse thrust in that location. A little bit of red in the mix. Got a controller on the top here. Drone defense. Got O2 on the top. And this is a pretty interesting option here. These are passenger seats, I do believe. Like you can get in there, and this would be your view from inside the passenger seat. And that really fits with the block work nicely, doesn't it? I was looking at that. It almost looks like it's a different texture. But yeah, I don't see these parts used very often. So that is cool. And then you got 2 passenger seats in here too. Kind of all safe and tucked in there. I never think about using those on my own builds. But that totally works here. And yeah, I mean, getting in and out super easy as well. And on the back side, we got an armor locker and our forward thrust. Yeah, very sleek. Again, aerodynamic, nice looking flying like SV here. It looks like you can obviously add some guns to it. Other than that, I don't believe there's going to be any interior that we can walk through on this build. Pretty small build. Like its landing gear setup too. It's using that particular model landing gear, which kind of gives it a pretty nice low profile, but they're still like extending down past the bottom of the creation there. So it looks appropriate. Yeah, very very cool. Let's take a look at some numbers here. So, wow, unlock level 7. Size class 0.26. Pretty zippy here. So we're doing 66 forward, 17 strafing, 66 lift, 66 reverse, 33 down. 4 fuel tanks, 1 oxygen tank. Does have a detector and our Gatling gun. And wow, super inexpensive. Nothing special. 16 minute, 29 second spawn time or build time. Very very cool. CPU wise, again, very low CPU. It's almost like everything I'm looking at today is some form of starter, or at least the versions of these builds that I'm looking at today. That wasn't I wasn't trying to do that. It's just how it came out. It's really cool. A lot of starter type builds here today. This one's like so far below CPU, it's not even funny. So this is like a core. This is like a core 1. And it's you got about 2200 extra CPU left over beyond that, so you could probably actually add a couple guns to it right off the gates here. Let's take a look here. So it does not look like we have a shield stock. We'll have to see if there's hidden compartments in here too for some upgrade parts. I wouldn't doubt it. Let me sort this real quick. And yeah, a Core 1 build here again. Again, you know, with the build cost on it, it pretty much has to be a Core 1, or you'd have had other types of resources needed to bring this in. Yeah, very cool. Very to the point. Does not look like it has a warp drive or a shield stock. Let's take a look at your storage here. You got an ammo controller at 4281, harvest bay at just under 4K. Yeah, so a decent amount of storage too. Again, this is a Scarab Starter for RE2. All right, so one thing I want to do real quick, I just want to get this off the ground a little bit. I just want to kind of buzz in the inside here a second. Oh yeah, that's cool. I was wondering if it had this. Oh yeah, and I didn't even notice these doors here. They kind of are tucked right behind the turret there. But yeah, check that out. So we got a location for a warp drive, for a shield, a taxi tank up over there. Looks like there's some extra room here for some CPU blocks on the side. A con or yeah, a constructor, I guess. You could put a constructor in here if you wanted to. Or other parts. I mean, there's some extra like 2x or 1x2 block areas in here for CPU blocks or generators. Another one back over here on either side. So yeah, I'm really glad I had all this on the inside too. That allows you to really add a lot of functionality to this with both the shield and warp drive. CPU blocks, generators. You can add your guns, but you can start using this thing right away, dirt cheap. So yeah, very well thought out there. Looks very useful for game here. So yeah, again, this is the this. Oh wait. We did not look at your storage. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Never mind. Again, this is the Scarab Starter RE2 by all names used. Very cool build there. All right, so let's get to the next build. Now this one I believe is compatible with RE2 and vanilla. And this is the BR1 Freighter by Braganator. And it's a pretty interesting looking ship here. Kind of, it reminds me of like a more of a van kind of build. But yeah, it's a freighter. So that it makes a lot of sense. It's just, looks like it would have a lot of space for its size. A lot of internal volume, I guess you could say. And looks like we got locations out here for like maybe some turbines or something in here. Oh yeah, check that out. Or well, what would fit there? That's 5 blocks wide by 2x2. A lot of things would fit here actually. A big generator one because it would need to be 6 blocks, but yeah, probably a turbine. Yeah, so the whole area actually it's kind of like whatever you want to put there, I think. But that's cool. Or maybe it's just meant to look snazzy and decorative like it does look. That's cool though. That's cool. I just thinking of part upgrades all the time here. And we got our bridge up over here. Again, it kind of looks like a bunch of locations to add some drills. Or launchers, I guess, but I would assume more of a drill thing, being a freighter. I like this light fade here. And something else I got to bring up too. The color scheme on here is really interesting and cool. I dig that. It's got your like this two-tone kind of brownish look mixed in with this kind of two-tone gray look in there with some darker glass and things like that in the mix, but it's really cool looking color scheme, and like it's kind of like this looks very silver like or whatnot. That's kind of the color I'm thinking of rather than gray. Yeah, that looks neat, and then some darker grays in the mix here as well. So yeah, really cool color scheme on here, unique. I don't see too many builds that are painted like this at all. And that looks really neat. I dig it. So on the top side here, obviously we got probably a way in. Yep, a way in right up over there. Enough room up here to park stuff too. Some SVs or whatnot on the top side. Obviously we have a hangar door on the back side. And it looks like our forward thrust is in here, and it looks like it's designed to be upgraded to the larger type thrusters in the back. And now, honestly, that's probably what's going on up. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Larger thruster upgrade mount here too. And on the sides, I don't know. I don't know on the sides yet. It's still, you got that big compartment over here, which could fit a number of different things in there, including some like medium-sized turbines, which is really, really cool. All right, let me adjust the lights here. Let's go check out the inside here. Oh, pretty good size hangar coming into the back here. Super detailed. Again, everything on the ship has been very, very detailed. A lot going on here. Look at that ceiling. Got fuel tanks and oxygen tanks up there. Looks like more potential part upgrade locations. Got generators up in there. Some storage boxes. Cool looking wall block and texture scheme going on in here too. Very, very detailed. Your fine detail because of the blocks used and the piping, and then your different colors in the mix. Yeah, I like this theme. This is really cool. Then we got some more cargo boxes on the other side. We got some big pipes over here. And it looks like we just kind of walk on through to the next area. So we got a location to add a couple advanced constructors or full-size constructors or deconstructors. Obviously got a small constructor sitting there now. On the other side here, it looks like we've got, we got a shield room. So a place to add a full-size shield. And then we got, looks like our toilet and shower. And armor locker over here. We got a warp drive installed already, right in this location. I almost thought that was a blast door for a second. No, that's just texture lighted. Looks cool. Again, it's pretty elegant on the inside here. For being a freighter, again, and that color scheme is very cool. I like that. So up here, it looks like we got a full medical bay. All our specialized equipment along the top here, plus our O2 and the med bay itself. We got another door over here. Okay, that's a entry door off the one side. And I think it's just on that side too. Over across here, we got our pentaxia tank installed. And we got the elevator getting up to, wow, it's like a second deck in here. It looks like it's going to go up again. So up here we got our, looks like our crew area here. Oh wow, it's even got like 18 grow plots. Been labeled there as 18 grow plots. Got the grow lights installed already. Filler blocks there, so you don't have to spring for the nutrient solution needed for the grow plots right off the gates. And our food processor and fridge. Yeah, very cool. Nice mid room area there. Oh yeah, and this is probably a light for the. Well, I thought it was gonna be a light for the grow lights, or a switch for the grow light. It is. That makes sense. And we go up again, and it looks like go up to the bridge. Let's check out this back area though. This looks like it's solid room for LOL. Oh, I fell in there. Hold on, let me get my jet back out. So what is that? Well, a lot of room over here, that's for sure. And it's so much room. It's comical. No, yeah, interesting back here. But look at all the places you would have for parts, and it's interesting that the ceiling up here is kind of all curvy and roundy. You got the glass kind of coming through the top there. That looks really cool. But yeah, just a lot of room to put whatever you want, really. And this is a larger, deeper area, which you could fit. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what fit there in that size. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks across by 4, 2 blocks tall. I'm not sure what would actually be designed to fit there, but yeah, a lot of 1x2 parts for sure. You could put in a full set of small shield parts embedded into the floor there, and then have all this top area left over. So beyond that, up here, looks like we've got a. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you look at the. Oh, that does look like a TV, doesn't it? On the backside of this locker, I never noticed that before. So yeah, you got like a TV right in front of the bed here, where the captain, I believe. What do you got over here? Another way in and out, kind of asymmetrically placed as well, or maybe not. Maybe I think we have that on this side too. Yeah. Okay. So another way in and out, right near the bridge section. And we got our pilot seat, 2 passenger seats. We do have a Gatling gun I'm seeing over there too. We'll shoot the drones as you're doing your spacefaring. Speaking of that, this deck is yours to finish. Design your oasis of relaxation and a pool and a bar, or fit it up with a container. Fit it up with container extensions. It's up to you. All right. So that's what LOL means. Do it yourself. That is cool. That is cool. It's kind of it's a neat option there. And it could really come in useful for a lot of people too. I mean, if you want to say you need more generators, you want more storage, or you want shield parts or whatever, you can do it. And this is pretty interesting too, where you could add, I believe that would be for mining drills, like a 7-pack of mining drills. I mean, you could put in launchers too and shoot stuff up with it. It did have the Gatling gun. Oh, actually, that was part of the turret. That's what I seen on the side. I thought it was a an actual gun there. Let me get the lights back on. Let's take a look at the numbers here. So, unlock level 12, size class 2, 21 forward, 21 strafing, 21 lift, 21 reverse, and 21 down. Very, very balanced thrusters on here. 6 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks, 3 sentry guns, 3 light Gatling turrets, and a detector. Low build cost in time as well. 239-minute build time. Doesn't need too much special stuff at all. No Zacosium needed. A little Neo, pretty expected for any CV that has thrusters at least. CPU wise, it is that's interesting. So it's got like more CPU than it needs. So it's like 200. It's set to 235,000. It's using 147,000. So this is going to translate to like a Core 2, but honestly, it doesn't need the basic stock, because I believe your CPU without that would be 200,000, which is above what this is by quite a bit already. So it's just got that in there. So I guess you can just start adding a lot of parts to it right off the gates. It does have a P menu option for gravity, your sentry guns, and your turrets. Does not have a shield stock. We did see a location to put that in, as well as the Pentaxi tank and things like that. Storage-wise, now it is a freighter, so I'm kind of curious on its storage. And it looks like it has a lot of that. So, cargo A 320K. Actually, it lies 322K. Yeah, get a couple K over just because. Looks like we have 2 ammo boxes, I would say, at 14K each. Got a cargo B at 320K. And we got some more storage boxes. There's 4 of those, 16K each. And then beyond that, a fridge and our Pentaxi tank. Why did I think it didn't have a Pentaxi tank? I don't know. It does have a Pentaxi tank. One thing I wanted to check out here is back in devices. We did have a warp drive, and I just want to see the. So that is the 30 light year warp drive. You can upgrade that to a 60 light year. Want to see what version it had. But yeah, very, very cool build. Again, I like the color scheme too. That's it's elegant in a interesting way. It's just that you don't see too many things colored like this out there, and it looks really, really cool. So and again, just some other things, notable thing, a big side area over here, where you could fit definitely a medium-sized turbine in there, which would be 2x2x4, so you could have some turbines in the mix as well. And we also had a, oh yeah, you know, I didn't even go all the way up the elevator here. But yeah, quick way in from the top as well, right into the like the bridge area, which is awesome convenience when you're out in the field doing your deeds. I kind of like these bars back over here by the hangar door too. Kind of it's like part of a framework or something like that to the build. A lot of strength going on there. So yeah, again, this is the BR1 Freighter by Braganator. Very, very cool. Now let me power you off a second. And on to the next build here. And this is another author that I haven't seen anything new on the workshop from in a while. I don't have my light on, do I? I did. This is the Phoenix Explorer by Annie Noaim. So, yeah, again, glad to see Annie Noaim is doing some new builds again as well. And this looks really, really cool. This kind of, it doesn't necessarily look like a starter CV. It looks kind of like a mid-range CV, but maybe, I don't know. We've got some retractable turrets in the hull here. Really cool build and look, very aerodynamic on the front. Trying to identify if this is a combat-oriented ship or not right now. It could be. Yeah, we got some launchers. Yeah, some actually big launchers back over here too. Yeah, dual rail guns here on the sides. Larger reverse thrust in the mix. Okay, so, and I'm looking at combat steel, hardened steel blocks here along the front hull. So here, I'm gonna fly in the nose here a minute. Yeah, there we are. This is combat oriented. You can tell by the decoys and xenoblocks and all the stuff that you would see on the front side of a ship built for combat. A bunch of spotlights back in here too. But yeah, so a lot of tough block work right on the front of the ship here, designed to take those hits. And let's fly along the sides here. Cool looking piping there. Yeah, I like this whole setup. The color scheme here is really cool. I like the grays with the blue, and then you got your light or almost your whites in there. Again, a very nice look to the ship. A lot of detail in the side areas too. It's got that a little bit of that Star Wars thing going on, where you got the upper and lower armor plate, and then you're a lot of tech stuff in the middle. But done a little bit differently. We got some interesting wiring going on out over here. There's like brackets and stuff holding the wires together there too. That's cool. Strafing thrust back over here. And we're running some big drive thrusters for forward on here. And obviously we got a hangar going on here too. That's cool. I forgot to mention too, this comes with a bonus SV. Yeah, it's over here. We're going to take a look at that in a second. It's by the same author. I just noticed that it was kind of goes with this ship, and they both came out right around the same time. I found this actually first, and then I was looking at new releases and noticed that it's got a whole ship here too. So I just couldn't resist. So we got the both of them going on there. But yeah, really, really cool build here. Let's take a look at the underside. Wow, there's a lot going on down here too. A lot of pipe action. You got some blinking lights, and oh, that's a cool wiring setup. Like kind of going around this center section here with the cool blinking lights in there. Some sentry guns on the bottom side. Landing gear on the front and back there. Yeah, very cool looking ship. I definitely like that. And yeah, that other ship fits in there really nicely too. So yeah, very cool. You gotta have your your SV to go with this. I mean, it's in the rules, I think. We'll just make them up at least. All right, so here, let me adjust the lights, and let's get on the inside here. Oh wow, look at how that lights up. Again, a really cool look. Oh, look at the blinky running lights kind of on both sides of the hangar bay here. I like how that looks with the the whole color light scheme going on in here, and how the bottom texturing and everything looks on the hangar floor. That's cool. So we have some embedded turbines in here. It looks like these are the medium-sized turbines. One on either side. We've got seeing the backside of the some drive thrusters off to the for strafing on this. It looks like it's going to be fairly agile, but again, it's a combat ship and it's heavier as well because of the materials used in this. Looks like we have a location here. I would dare say for a repair bay. And probably a console you could probably pop in up over here somewhere. Maybe there's a designated location for that as well. But yeah, cool looking. I like the roundy parts on the side of the hangar as well. The LCD up there fits perfect. Goes with the texture light colors and the light colors. Then we're into the main ship here. So we go all kinds of directions from this point. And it looks like we got quite a few decks on here as well. So, okay, let's just buzz down. I think this is a quick way in and out. And let's take a walk around this way. Look at it. Oh, wow, check out this trippy hallway. That's cool. So we got, oh, wow. Got a pilot seat here. Okay, so that would be like our secure bridge area. This is a trip. This whole blockwork with the glass here, that is pretty wild looking. Very cool. Oh, we got a fusion reactor in here. Our CPU core blocks in the center section as well. It's kind of like its own separate sub ship in the middle of this ship, kind of protected by all the stuff around it here. It's gonna walk. Wow, let's go this way first. We'll have to get back to that room and go in that center section. So over here we got our main shield. We got our warp drive. Big engineering setup over here. Look at the wiring and stuff going on here. More turbines. Large shield part here, plus another medium-sized turbine. Either side, we got a generator up here. Kind of looks like it's. Here, I'm just getting the God mode up there a little bit. So we got a generator here. It's kind of serves a bit as a decoy because it does have a fusion reactor in the build, which is, it doesn't really need this, basically. I think that fusion reactor would cover it, but that's kind of like a glassed off decoy, and we have a lot of hull armor right on the front side of that too, so in case that gets breached, you have another layer of armored glass and this decoy of a generator over there. Extra protection. Quite the wild thing going on here with the oh wow, look at that. We got a gravity generator right down there, and this is our detector, but with that part on the bottom and this whole rig, it looks like it's like something else entirely, which is that is really cool. And that's all above where the shield is. So yeah, really cool engineering room here. Let's see if we got anything back over here. No more. More of the thrusters are kind of sectioned off with armored glass behind them. Help with taking a lot of damage and things like that. I'm looking at this. Do we got? Oh yeah, we do. Hold on. There it is. We got that elevator. I'm going to take that up in a second. Well, let's hit the center room here a second. Our main core is right here. I think we've kind of seen a lot of this from the outside of the room area. We do have a gravity generator up over there too. Our small fusion reactor, all our CPU core blocks here, and then in back of that we got a secure pilot seat area, kind of in this separate ship within the ship, kind of. That's cool. The caution blocks over there. Well, that's an LCD, isn't it? That is an LCD. Yeah, same thing going on this side. That's cool. Alright, I think we've seen that deck, so let's buzz up a deck here. So we're, wow, we got our SV landing pad, looks like storage, medic, armory, and production on this deck. So this goes out to the back where the SV is. We're going to have to revisit this in a second. Oh, that's a trip. Whole glass floor. I didn't even really notice that from being down in that room, but you can see the inner guts of the ship down through the floor. We got our universal constructor, a bunch of storage and production stuff in the area. Deconstructor on the other side. It's like a, oh, this is nice and roomy. I like it. Feels like a solid base here, you know. And we got our armory. Oh, I like those LCDs around the boxes. You got specials, never mind. Okay, yeah, very cool labeled boxes there. Sorry, I was trying to think. I wanted to say medicinals. Did I say that right? That's another one of those words I don't use ever. So there's that. Armor locker, weapon locker, armor repair, and storage box, and extra room in here. So yeah, if you did want to slam down some more constructors or something, you do have room in there for that as well. On the other side here, we have our full medical bay, including a doctor, and yeah, everything in here, it looks like. Our shower, our toilet, all our specialized equipment. Cool looking texturing and lighting in here too. Very bright. Looks very medic-like. Medicinal. What do we got around here? We got storage controllers and boxes. Again, really cool. I dig this. I like that LCD around those boxes a lot. We got the LCDs over these as well. Like, I already know that's a 640K controller, and this is main 01 for cargo. And on the front, we got our warp drive right on the other side here, and we got another snazzy elevator that goes down, it looks like. Let me hit the button. Maybe. Wait. There we are. Alright. Where are we going? Okay, we're going on the front side. This is the elevator I didn't take last time. I just like to ride these elevators. There's just something about it. They, you know, they work like an elevator, and that's just cool. Alright, so that is this deck. So we've got another deck here, too. Wow. Systems of interest. So it's kind of like a log chart there. This is really uniquely designed here, I gotta say. Oh, I keep on thinking I'm going to fall through there, but no, this is like, yeah, that's wild. Really, really unique look here. Alright, let's go up to this deck, which looks like we're going to be bridge hydroponics. Kind of overlooks the lower section. Yep, and there we are. Looks like we got 18 grow plots over here, and another 18 grow plots over here. So yeah, got to have a pretty good sized farm as well. And then we're up to the top deck here. So we got let's see, we got a really trippy hallway that I didn't see before. Down to the hangar area, or well, no, down to the landing pad area, which actually has a force field around it. So this is all airtight here. That's something else I didn't realize. Oh, that's a trip. Got our med bay over here. And cool looking bridge area too. I like the lighting and coloring and things like that. And our first person pilot seat with some cool graphics over on the windows as well. LCD work there. And over here, turret control for passengers. Yeah, very, very cool ship. Kind of like would do the function of like I don't know, your main base style ship with all the production and farming and medical bay and utility functions on here, plus also do your combat. So it kind of looks like it's just kind of designed to do about everything, which is really, really cool. All right, so speaking of no, let's look at the numbers here first. Then we're gonna go check out that SV in the back there too. All right. No, one other thing I want to do here. I want to get its guns out just so we can see all the pop-out turrets on here. All right, so let's see here. Unlock level 25, size class 7. 54, 25 strafing, 50 lift, 35 reverse, 35 down. 12 fuel tanks, 10 oxygen tanks. Quite a lot of built-in weapons on here. Looks like our biggest, most powerful guns are going to be the dual medium railguns on either side. Does have a long-range radar array installed. Where's that? Did I miss it? Oh yeah, it was right here, right in front of our face the whole time. That's a real one there. That's cool. So this comes with super radar. We do have some sentry guns in the build as well, and some turrets. So we do have a multi-turret in here as well. 14-hour and 46-minute build time. It's a bigger ship. It looks like it's going to be, by seeing the quantum processors used, I would guess it's going to be a Core 9, but maybe I'm wrong on that. We did have a fusion reactor, so you got the extra parts needed for the fusion reactor. CPU-wise, yeah, looks like a Core 9 on the nose. 900,000 CPU. Right up there, dialed in very nicely to Core 9. And yeah, there's our Core 9 here. Our 2 basics, 2 improved, 2 advanced, and 2 superior cores. Let's see. I want to check out the warp drive real quick. It does have the 60 light year warp drive in here as well. So the advanced warp drive stock. You have a shield, total shield strength stock at least is 83,895. Quite a few P menu options here with our spotlights. Decoy. Oh, maybe that turns on that turret that we've seen in the nose area as a decoy. You know, if it wasn't on, I wonder if the AI would shoot at it. Probably not. Something I never actually thought about. Do you have to have your decoys on for them to function as decoys? Also, you can turn the radar on and off, our multi-turret, and we even the gravity generator, hull lights, and then our weapon options there as well. Storage. Yeah, we're looking at this. So we've got nicely labeled storage setup. So we got our CC input here at 400K, output at 200K, deconstructor at 400K. Let's see here. We got a fridge, even a fridge input and output. Their fridges there. Fuel, those are boxes. Harvest controller at 240K. We got a main controller 1 at 640, main controller 2 at 640. It's like 2 ammo bays, looking like 320K each. And then beyond that, some other boxes and whatnot. That's cool. And nicely color-coded, labeled, set up there as well. So yeah, very, very nice work on this. This is a really cool ship. A lot of functionality going on here. Pretty interesting setup with how some of the interior areas are constructed, especially around that like center section over here, which also has like a third-person pilot seat in there, or secure bridge. Yeah, very cool. So again, this is the Phoenix Explorer by Annie Noying. So in the back of the Phoenix, I'm going to have to turn this on real quick here. I just wanted to look at this real quick as well because, you know, again, it just kind of matched, and it's a really cool looking SV, I got to say, too. So this is the Karana MK2 by Annie Noying. And this looks like it's a SV fighter, I would say. We got some launchers embedded in these really cool, like, wow, I don't know, extensions there. That's a neat looking design there. It almost kind of looks like they would maneuver a little bit. I'm trying to place where I've seen a spaceship that kind of looked like this before, but I'm really failing on coming up with that right now. This looks really cool though. I definitely like that. It's also interesting again with the main ship here too that we're in a oxygen environment here, and there's a force field above us, which is pretty wild there as well. Oh, and this ship has an interior as well. Oh yeah, obviously we got the first-person cockpit in there. Really cool looking SV though. I like the block work here. I like how it goes to these large like wing extensions, and it's a different color kind of where the joint is. And you got like armor there, armor around here. These side pieces look like they're going to hold a lot of the thrusters and weapons and things like that. Even the crazy spotlights. Strafing thrusters on the inside here. A lot of detail stuff going on there. Oh, that looks super cool. Hold on. Whoa. Ah, these are the shield parts here. That looks so neat how they're displayed in there. And then with the roundy blocks on the front and whatnot. That's cool. That is really cool. Super detailed. Again, that kind of looks like it's a different game. With these some of these models in here. Like how they're used as part of the hull on the inside too. That is like the perfect look for this tech detail that we try to do a lot on these builds. So we got a quick way into the cockpit area over here. We got a turret on the back, some drone coverage there, some looks like some laser turrets over here in the front. Yep, light laser turrets, and these guns back in here are rail guns. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. So here, let's get aboard. Need just some lights here real quick too. See what it looks like all. So yeah, it's kind of like a nice little package here too. You got that really cool CV. You got this SV that's kind of designed to match and fit and work with the main CV. And this is upgradable as well too. So you got additional CPU locations over on the sides. Trauma station, a couple boxes in here. We got an ammo controller on that side. Another ammo controller there. And then our pilot seat here, which is very, like you can see everywhere. I mean, full glass canopy around the front here. That looks really, really cool. On the other side, a lot more functionality. We got a constructor, O2 fridge, armor locker. Yeah, but pretty much right to the point. And then, of course, that quick way in from the top side as well. Yeah, fits in here. Like this top hanger area is almost like made for it, I think. Made for this SV. Obviously, it's a pretty good size SV, and there's a lot of room up here, so you can park a lot of stuff here. But obviously, this fits perfectly, which is super, super cool. This also has a detector right there on the front side. Take a look at the numbers on this real quick. This is just kind of a bonus. Just wanted to show this while looking at the other one there. So, unlock level 25, size class 1, 64 forward, 35 strafing, 63 lift, 50 reverse, and 28 down. You got 7 fuel tanks, 7 oxygen tanks. Detector, the 4 retractable laser turrets, 4 railguns, light railguns, and oh, it also has a retractable Gatling turret on it. 212-minute build time. It is using a fusion reactor. It does look like it's a Core 9 on the SV. Take a look at that. Let's see, 28,000 using 27,000. Of that, that's going to translate to a Core 9. Yes, got that right. So, yeah, Core 9 SV. It does have a stock shield at 14,549. P menu options for the railguns and whatnot. Laser turrets. And storage on this. So we got 2 ammo bays. Looks like they're both at 48.75. And then beyond that, just a protection tank and an extra box and a fridge in there. So yeah, definitely more of a dedicated fighter. Kind of goes with the CV here. So yeah, very, very cool build setup. And again, glad to see the author coming back, as well as Crazy Z over there too, with the new SV. Cool to see all that. So other than that, I believe that is all the builds for today. And a lot of really cool stuff. And keep in mind, there are other variations of some of these builds out in the workshop. Like at least 2 other variations of this one. And I think some of these other ones may have that as well. But yeah, very, very cool builds by everyone here again this week. Really cool to see all this stuff. I like to see the innovations done on some of these builds, things and colors and block work that you haven't seen before. Just innovative features and things like that. Other than that, y'all have yourself a wonderful afternoon, and I will talk to you later.